Siete unmissable EastEnders spoilers for next week. Kojo escapes danger. Zoe unravels. And Eve faces heartbreak. Kojo makes a desperate break for freedom. Tensions reach boiling point as Gina finally leaves hospital, but George can't celebrate. His mind is consumed by fears for Kojo, who's still caught up in a nightmare, when Phil drops the bombshell that he never agreed to give Kojo and Harry time off. Alarm bells start ringing. At the flat, Oki continues to manipulate Kojo, forcing him deeper into the drugs operation. Terrified for Harry's safety, Kojo vows to free him and quietly plans their escape. But Teddy, racked with guilt, finally confesses everything to George and Junior. George wants to call the police immediately, but Teddy warns that Kojo could end up behind bars too. In a tense moment, Kojo finds the key to Harry's chains, but with Harry too weak to walk, he begs Kojo to save himself before Oki returns. Will Kojo make it out alive? Or will his act of loyalty cost him his freedom? Zoe's convinced she's being stalked. Paranoia grips Zoe as she insists she's being targeted. Kat tries to soothe her, while Alfie remains skeptical. Then Freddie delivers another blow. Zoe's beloved cat has vanished. Vicky mocks her in the square, and things worsen when Zoe finds her family photos defaced, humiliated. She turns to Kat, but even her mum starts to question what's real. To ease Zoe's stress, Kat sells her limo business share to Harvey. Later, she and Zoe meet the investigator again, about Zoe's missing son, but with tensions rising. Schaus lungs. San. Alfie uncovers Zoe's shocking secret after a chat with the twins. Alfie starts to suspect that something doesn't add up. When he confronts Zoe, she finally cracks, admitting that she destroyed the photos herself. But her confession only deepens the mystery. Zoe insists she only ruined one picture. But when she later gets a chilling text from a mystery number claiming responsibility for her missing cat, her story takes another wild twist. Kat and Freddie are torn between concern and disbelief. Is Zoe truly being tormented? Or is her mind playing cruel tricks on her? Things reach breaking point at the Vic's second quiz night, where Zoe causes another dramatic scene that leaves everyone stunned. Eve's mother arrives and brings heartbreak with her. Eve Panesar Unwin is a bundle of nerves as her estranged mother, Norma, steps into Walford, hoping to make peace. Eve and Suki tell her about their adoption plans and ask for a vital character reference. Though Norma initially agrees, her sharp tongue soon surfaces. Despite Suki and Eve's best efforts to impress her, Norma cruelly questions Eve's suitability to be a mother, leaving her daughter crushed. Haunted by her mother's cutting words, Eve tells Suki that she wants to abandon their adoption plans altogether. Desperate not to lose hope, Suki turns to Lily, who's always shared a soft spot for Eve. But can either of them convince Eve that she's worthy of being a mum? Woo. Phil steps in to help Nigel fresh from Portugal. Phil dives headfirst into the aftermath of the crash and unleashes his fury on Julie. But a heart-to-heart with Jack shifts his perspective, and Phil begins to see his anger was misplaced. Meanwhile, Nigel's anxiety spirals as he fears prison time for causing the accident. Determined to help, Phil calls in Richie Scott for legal support. Together with Julie, they accompany Nigel to his medical assessment, but the outcome may force them all to face a heartbreaking truth about his future. Luke. George ends things with Nicola. After a tense week. George ends things with Nicola for good. Despite her efforts to fix things, he's resolute. It's over. But Nicola's troubles are just beginning. A shocking discovery threatens to upend everything. Is this her final chapter? Or the start of another Walford scandal? T. Anthony makes a big decision, but hides a secret. Anthony's odd behaviour catches Patrick and Kim's attention. But the explanation seems harmless. He's landed a permanent job at the Albert Square surgery. That relief fades fast. A secretive phone call hints at something darker. What is Anthony hiding? And could his secret put someone close to him at risk?
Cảm ơn bạn đã theo dõi kênh. Hẹn gặp lại.